Hey guys, I think we're live. I'm hoping so. Fingers crossed. Sorry for the noise. I am outside. I was going to give you a little update. Hey Katia, welcome. The update I have is that up through this roof right above me, I now have a Starlink internet device. It's not optimum. I mean, it's not the best. We are live. Okay. I have a Starlink just sitting on my roof. I don't have any of the installed hardware or anything put on there. I just ran the cable off the side of my house and into my house through my window. And let me show you this really quickly. This cable, which comes down right here, it's already been used by a little lizard. See that little guy? Can you guys see him sitting there? He's just chilling on my Starlink cable right now. So we have a group of Starlinks. It's called a murmur. I've got the Starlink installed. We're still trying to tweak it and get the best view of the sky and everything else. Right now, I'm not getting a signal good enough to stream on. I did get the Starlink Mini, which if you guys are familiar, there's like a big panel and a small panel. I got the small panel. It was more expensive, but it should work in my car as well. And I got the Roam package, so I should be able to go anywhere and do that. In addition to the Starlink fix, I did just get off the phone with Metronet, who's my internet service provider. Sorry, it's really loud out here. I told them that people broke the line again and I need a new install. They're going to be here tomorrow morning between 9 and 10, or 8 and 10, to do an install, or at least schedule one. So they'll be out to check that, and hopefully we can get the internet back up on fiber. But I'm excited. The Starlink, it was funny because I had a list of things that I wanted to do on the channel. I always try to improve something about the channel. I'm going to sit on my swing here if it doesn't make you too sick. There are always a list of things I want to do to improve the channel every day or every month. And one of the things that was on my list for next month was Starlink. So it was a little ahead of schedule, but I did want to have a Starlink panel that I could send out with the live view device. If you guys remember on the Sarah Boone hearing, we had a couple issues where the signal was dropping out and it didn't hold as firm as we'd like. So Starlink could be able to bond together with the other signals and make it a little better. So the treadmill desk got pushed down on the list because we just spent the money on the Starlink. That's going to hopefully help us out. I'm still working. I guess I didn't realize that Starlink, if you just buy the box and that's it, the Mini, it's just a Wi-Fi device. The panel itself is your router, and that sits outside. My house is made out of mesh and plaster. I mean, that's all the walls are on the inside. So it's basically a Faraday cage. So I have a great signal outside, but a bad signal inside. So I need to connect the waterproof. I need to order the waterproof Ethernet cable and route that inside, because right now my connection is just, it's too poor. And I've got a son in college who's like trying to take tests and watch videos and things. And if he's on the internet at the same time as I'm live streaming, it's not going to work. So I've got to fix it a little bit better. Was the bonded cellular signal not enough? It was not. The 4 signals, just when it got really busy, the signal dropped out a couple times. But if we can add Starlink to that as well, I think it will be a lot better. Plus that would also give the person at the who's running the live view the ability to connect locally just off the hotspot as well, off the Starlink. So, but the update is we should have internet back tomorrow. Hey, Squeegee of Justice, welcome. This pole, I can go show you the pole, but it's raining pretty good here right now. The pole is right at the corner, and it wouldn't be a problem if semi-trucks didn't come down our little 1-lane alley road, but they do. And then they try to turn into a little narrow 2-lane road, and it's just, they cannot make that turn. There's not enough space to swing wide and make it happen unless you're an expert driver. We have a couple that can do it, but this, I believe, is the 6th time somebody's hit the pole. And if I show you from this angle, it looks really good. Check this out. So Those are the wires that the truck hit that are ripped off the backside. They missed the stop sign this time. Usually they take the stop sign out, but this time they just hit the pole. It is leaning a little bit more than it used to, but those wires are sticking out into the road. A fun fact, I called CenturyLink, or I texted CenturyLink on Twitter, and I said, hey guys, just a heads up, semi-truck just hit your pole, and they own this pole. It's got a tag on it that says property with CenturyLink with an ID number, and I sent them pictures of it. Pictures of their tag, pictures of all the damage. I said, just heads up, this pole, I know you just installed it a couple months ago, because I live streamed it on this channel when you installed it, but it got hit again, and it needs to be fixed. And they're like, oh, reach out to us on direct message, and I did, and they didn't reply. And so I went back to Twitter, and I said, I did reach out direct, and you didn't reply. And then they replied. They said, oh, send us your name and address and contact information. And I sent them that, and they're like, oh, yeah, you don't have service from us. You have to talk to your provider. I'm like, you don't understand. I could care less where the service is coming from. There's a telephone pole leaning over the road right now with wires sticking out to the road, and it's got your name on it. And I don't know, but I'm pretty sure a couple dozen lawyers would jump at the chance to sue you if you knew that your pole was damaged and was a danger to cars driving by, and you did nothing about it. So that's your funeral if you don't want to if you don't want to do anything about it. But anyway, so I have not heard back from them. Maybe their legal department will call me. Did the truck stop? No, but we know what it is. We got a good look at the truck, and it keeps driving by because it has to haul. I think they're hauling sweet potatoes down this road. So it keeps driving by. We keep seeing it. I can't call them because it makes you put in your customer ID number, and since I'm not a customer of theirs, they don't want to talk to me. Yeah, we've got a sweet potato farm not far from here. That's what it was hauling when it struck it. But Dracula lost revenue. I don't know. If we're down for a few days, maybe the Starlink will pay for itself. But I think the Starlink overall is going to be a big win, especially if we need it at a place where we have the live view. Squeegee of Justice understands. Chris and Aaron, sometimes it's just not enough to have those 4 signals. So we did lose the internet right before the verdict. I do apologize for that. Hopefully you guys either watched to Trial TV Live or went to one of the other great providers to get the verdict. I was able to catch up via text message and see what had happened, but I missed watching it myself. And insurance will pay for lost revenue. I don't know. I don't think so. You guys don't know North Carolina insurance. Insurance in North Carolina is required by law to have, but I don't think there's any requirements that they pay anything out. And it's like pulling teeth. It's like stealing a gold coin from a tight-fisted banker. You cannot get money. You cannot get money from insurance companies here. Victim impact statements made me cry. I have not seen those yet. I have not seen them. Watch with Peter T. That is awesome. Some came to Broken Baker. That's great. There's some great places. I know I jumped over briefly over on Trial TV Live and watched over there, and it was wonderful to see a bunch of you over there as well. The truck's insurance, possibly. Need to get a picture of the truck when it goes by. It's pretty easy to see because it's got some scrapes on the back. Oh, Duty Ron covered it. That's good. Trial TV does a great job. Heard great things about Starlink. I'm on Starlink right now. The signal you're getting right now is a Wi-Fi signal from my Starlink. Internet's still down, but Metronet will be back tomorrow morning, hopefully to do a new install of new fiber line. But it pulled that fiber line so tight. Like I think that the telephone pole is like resting on my fiber line. And it clearly separated it. It snapped the glass somewhere. But let's see. Love from Georgia. Thank you very much. Was it a hit and run? Yes, it was. Just move the computer desktop out on the porch for best signal. Okay, let me just tell you. I don't want to out him because he might be watching right now. But I have amazing friends and people, not just locally, but this community as well. As soon as people found out that my internet was down, people started reaching out and just saying, "Hey, how can I help? What can we do to help?" A lot of you guys were either far away. It makes it a little harder, but I had a guy locally, good friend, who reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'm going to be out of." Okay, are we back? I was getting a spam call. I apologize for that, and it cut out. I turn on the do not disturb. Okay, we're back. I had a guy locally call me and say, "Hey, I'm out of town for the next couple days. You can use my house. Come set up your studio in my house." and it warms my heart that the offer was there. He doesn't understand just how painful it is for me to tear down my studio and rebuild it again, and it would be a nightmare. But the idea was just awesome. So, thank you very much. You guys are absolutely incredible. Not sure why we've got cars stopping right here. Oh, school bus. Okay, good. That's the right reason to stop. Am I in England? No, I'm on the East Coast of the United States. Should I bring the RV down? Ayden, it would be a party. It would be a party. What I have right now is we have the Starlink set up for my kids to get school done. I've got 2 college students at home, and they're working on that right now. I don't know if I'll be able to live stream tomorrow on Starlink. I'm going to need that Ethernet cable. I mean, the speeds I'm getting from it are fast enough. I'm not seeing the 250 megabits that other people have been seeing, but I've got sort of an obstructed view with my roof and everything else. But it's fast enough it would work. I'm super excited to try it out in the wild, but I need that Ethernet cable for it to be fast enough and I need to be able to connect to it on a hard line. But tomorrow we should have Metronet back out here to replace this little fiber line, it's strung like a banjo string. It is so stinking tight right now. I'm sure it's broken, so it's gonna suck because it's about 150 feet of fiber. He has to connect from. Okay, so behind this tree, can't see it very well, but there's a pole back there. That's where my fiber connects from. Then it goes along that line over there, that pole. Then it comes across the road to this pole, and it connects right up here in the middle, that little diagonal one, right in the center of your screen. Then it comes across here to this pole, and then it comes across to the side of my house over there and drops down and goes through my wall. So he's gonna have to replace all of that, and it's a lot of ladder work, 20, 30 feet up in the air. So I think he's probably gonna just run a new line and just hope it doesn't get hit again. But this is the second time I've lost internet because a truck has hit that pole. But do they not bury lines over there? Jackie, I wish they would. The problem is we have about 50 service providers over the years that have cables on this pole, and nobody knows who they are. Some of them have gone out of business, but they just keep the cables up there because they're there. So they just keep installing it and keep leaving it there. Let me, if you guys don't mind the road noise, I'm going to show you exactly what happened with the pole one more time. I'm going to get a little bit wet, so. Okay. Still have my pumpkins out and my Christmas ornaments up. So oh look, this got hit by a car again. That's nice. So I'm not sure what these are. Not sure what kind of cables these are. I don't think they're power cables because I just touched them and I didn't die. But it says property of CenturyLink over there. See that? And it's got a tag. So I think this pole does belong to CenturyLink. But the people came along, they missed our stop sign and just clipped the side of this pole. And you can see it right here. It's probably the best view. Just took a big notch out of it. Just ripped it out. Look at this. Just bent this whole pole. This was supposed to be coming straight out, and it just bent it sideways. So it did some damage to it. Got some wood just split out there. So that's what happened. It's raining pretty good, guys. Hang on. I'm melting like the Wicked Witch of the West. Whew. Okay. The irony of the high-speed internet sign. It didn't get hit. First of all, that's not my sign. I don't know who stuck it there. It's an advertising sign. We like to leave them out for a little while. I mean, any business that's going to go to the effort of trying to advertise, even though they stick it on my lawn without permission, you know, let them do it. Anyway, that's why I wasn't on for the verdict, is because that pole got hit again, and I heard it. I mean, it went bam, just like it was so loud. It didn't sound like bam, but it was like, and I felt it. The ground shook. It bent the pole over, and instantly I just started watching the buffer on my output just climb because nothing was reaching the internet. So, yeah. All right. It's too close to the road. Yep. Sorry, it's like a traffic day. I don't know why we've got cars going everywhere. Oh, it's everyone's coming home from work, and we're a little bedroom community. That's why. So, and the road noise from the rain is pretty loud. Everyone is okay. We're okay. There was no problem in the house other than that we lost internet. It's funny how many things we use the internet for and we don't think about it that we can't do as soon as the internet goes down. But did the truck stay there? No, it didn't. It left. But we got a good look at it, and we've seen it drive by twice more since then. So it's local to the area. I'll grab a picture of it when it goes by. I know what to look for. It's a red semi-truck with a flatbed with vegetable crates hauling sweet potatoes, and it just keeps hauling sweet potatoes back and forth. So it does that route many times a day. Seeing if anyone else noticed. Notice what? Wasn't that the same pole that was replaced? Yes, if you watch that live stream, that was the same pole. Call it into law enforcement. They don't care. The town doesn't care because it's not owned by the town. This is a pole owned by a provider, and they're like, well, it's not our problem. It wasn't our equipment. Is there a high demand for sweet potatoes? There is somewhere. Not at my house. We don't eat them. My kids won't eat them for some reason. It did just leave. Yep. Aaron, I have Starlink. I just went out and bought it at Best Buy today. I'm using Starlink right now to live stream. The problem is I can live stream with my phone using Starlink because it's a wireless connection. I need a hardline connection to go to my router, or I guess I could use StreamYard. I can try to use StreamYard tomorrow over Wi-Fi, but it's really sketchy because my house is a Faraday cage. But give them sweet potato fries, they'll love them. Sweet potato waffle cut fries are the best. My kids are so picky about fries, they won't eat waffle cut fries because they think they taste different, like regular potato fries. If you did a dance next to the damage, it would technically be a pole dance, says Ivan. Thank you, Ivan, for that. We needed that. I missed the verdict. I apologize. Yes, I do need to be able to MCAT. I do need to hardwire it in. I didn't realize I needed that. I thought it already had an Ethernet cable, but I will need a waterproof one because it's pouring rain up there. And they have a special waterproof adapter that I have to buy. It's like $35 for the adapter. A 50-foot cable that I can then run that into my house. And I would just plug that in right where my fiber modem normally connects, and then all my regular equipment would just work. That's the idea. Yes, I am in a Faraday cage, built in 1915. Plaster and lathe walls. It's terrible. I cannot see a Wi-Fi signal from one room to another, to the adjoining room. Yeah, I was gonna, Jim Bob, I've run a wire, I'm powering it down through my studio window. I've got the window open just a crack and running the power line out because the modem has to be up on the roof outside. So the Starlink is up, it's oriented correctly, I aimed it right, it's looking great. It has a pretty good signal. I'm getting about 75 megabits right now on the download, a little less on the upload, but it is pricey at first, but I have Starlink and it works great out here in the sticks. Yep. The problem is, because of my Faraday cage house, the signal from the Starlink is so weak inside of my studio that I can't live stream from that because of the bad signal. So I've got to figure out how to make that better. I just installed a repeater router that's supposed to grab the Starlink signal and repeat it down through the floor. It's not working very good. It's still not very, very good. I have not watched the victim impact statements yet. I want to do that. I just haven't had internet to do it. The pole was replaced on July 30th. July, September, October, November. So yeah, it's about 4 times a year. That sounds about right. 3 or 4 times a year. Gets hit a lot. Tisha, yes, I'm live right now. I am loving Starlink. The fact that it just works. I plug it in and it works. My house is a Faraday cage. Yes, police sometimes bring victim or suspects' phones to my house just to keep them safe. No, just kidding. It's terrible in my house. It really is. There is a monthly cost for Starlink. Starlink is 120. Mine is 165. Ouch. And the terrible part about that is that's already what I'm paying for my fiber. So 2 connections. But the good thing about Starlink is I only have to pay on months that I need it. So I can stop for a while and then start again. Put an ouch sign on the pole. Big Band-Aid. Can the city point a camera at the pole already? I want to do it. I might get a little Reolink pan tilt zoom camera and just monitor that, run a live stream 24/7 of the pole. I have not picked a new case yet, now that this one is over. Justin, yes, that's per month. It's terrible. I'm $320 a month. I'm $750 a month because I also pay for Live View, which is 4 connections. Well, about $650 a month. And it's crazy spendy. Yeah, it's going to be a tax write-off. Hopefully there's enough income to make it worth it. Yeah, we'll look. Let me know if there's some cases coming up here in the next week that are beginning that you want me to cover. I want to cover some of the material in Brian Koberger's filings. That's coming up. I know there's some developments in the Corey Richens case that I might need to look at. Some of those are document reads that I can do without needing a lot of internet bandwidth, like not bringing streams in and send them multiple streams out. So if they don't get the Metronet fixed tomorrow, we can look at that. There was YSL drama today. There's always YSL drama. It's good. I don't need a GoFundMe. I had saved up money to buy equipment, and so that's Basically, I was planning on spending it tomorrow, and I ended up spending it today. But it's, you can get mad about things that you can't control. I can't control this one, and it happens. And really, all you can do is look back and laugh and think, what are the odds that 10 minutes before verdict time, semi-truck's going to take out my internet and nobody else's, just while I'm live streaming? It's like, the universe with pinpoint accuracy is like, got him. It was funny. It's just temporary. It should be back tomorrow. Apparently good odds. It's happened twice. Home invasion self-defense is on trial for murder. Artie Bay, shoot me a text on the burner phone about that one. Can they drop the fiber line? Ours are all buried. No. The main trunk is in the air, and so it has to come off that one. Need to buy a pole and move it away from. I think they should move it. Even just a couple feet over would be great. But installing a pole is a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. Brian Campbell trial. Brian Campbell. I'll check that one out. Put orange cones around the pole. Oh, the truck, it shook the whole truck. It ran over the yard. There's no way this guy didn't know that he just clocked that pole. Wait till you see the damage on the side of the truck, because he caught like a 3/4 inch bolt square on and just bent it over. So it did a number on that truck. Anyway, and he just drove off. Yeah, that's what they do here. So. Just a flesh wound. Funny enough, I think the pole's actually safe. It's sort of bent in the ground, but it's not a threat of crashing down. No other lines were affected. It's just mine. If he did report it, nobody has come out to check it out all day. Justice for Lakin was served. I did see that it was guilty across the board. I haven't heard anything beyond that. I just got texts as the guilty verdicts came in. Honestly, like this view of RA. Maybe this will be my new camera. It'll be me in the corner, in, portrait mode. I like the idea of a big Band-Aid on it. If it wasn't somebody else's property, I would, if it was city property, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Was there any statement? Did the defendant make any statement at the end? Or did he just take his licking and walk away? No statement. Yeah. No movement at all. Wrap caution tape around the pole. Those big wires sticking out, they hang out over the gutter. And if another, I don't know what they are. If they're power lines, which I don't think they are. I think they're, I don't know where. Okay, here's the thing. Let me show you this pole again, okay? See these wires? They used to run right up next to the pole, and pulling it out that far must have yanked on one end or the other, probably 3 to 6 feet. Okay, that's a lot of additional slack they needed somewhere there. So at some point, somewhere, there's another end that got tugged really hard, and you'd think there would be a problem with that. You'd think that somewhere another end is like, well, I didn't have that much space to give, and now it ripped the cord or broke the line or something. But nobody's complained that I know of. I put it on the Facebook page, the town Facebook page. Everyone's like, huh, yeah, it happens all the time. But nobody else says, oh, my power's out, my internet's out, you know, what happened to my TV? Nothing. Civil trial began yesterday in the family of Botham Jean versus Amber Geyer, the Dallas female cop who was convicted of taking life of a man who mistook her apartment. Oh my goodness, that is a sad one. It's sad and tragic. That's the civil trial. Bubble wrap, duct tape, caution tape. That's funny. Hey, can you guys not get the house too dirty when you go in? You're covered in dirty leaves. You landed on your face on the ground? And you did a flip onto the ground and landed on your face?
No.
Oh. Okay.
I thought it was way over the ground and flopped over.
Is it fixed soon? It will be. Yeah, we're going to be back up hopefully tomorrow. I just wanted to let you guys know it's not going to be an early start tomorrow. I want to, because the live stream would have to be like taken down and brought back up. We're going to wait till the guy shows up, which will be between 8 and 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. It should be a quick install. It should only take about an hour if he's running a new cable. And then we'll be back on with fiber internet and everything will be great. And then we'll just have Starlink as a backup. But I got the mini Starlink. It's about the size of about an 8.5 by 11 page of paper, because it actually fits in the sunroof. You can open the sunroof on my wife's car and you can stick it up there and then close the bottom, and you can have like a free little install for satellite internet. And I have the internet that works up to 100 miles an hour anywhere in the United States. So that should give me internet on the road if we ever need that. Kenny sent me some information on the upcoming case. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I do apologize for missing out today. That's not how that's not why I envisioned this case ending, with a spinning wheel of death. Road Trip Lives, yes. We'll finally have enough bandwidth for Road Trips Live, like Road Trip Lives. But we never got verdict music. Maybe we'll play it tomorrow. If we don't have anything else, we might rewatch just that, and I'll play the verdict music for you so you guys can get a little closure. I know that helps a lot. Who won the internet today? I was not even looking, Tisha. I apologize. I think Katia won the internet tonight. I had pole accidents on my bingo card, says Mr. Fix-It. Does it have an antenna? Yes. Whoever won the internet failed miserably. No, it's good. No, I do try to do everything I can to provide what you guys expect. And I realize this was sort of out of my control, but there are things I can do to fix it so that when it does go down, and it has gone down before, that the problem is minimized. And today's purchase of a Starlink helps do that. So I'll get the rest of the equipment that I need to make that actually work. And we'll have a fallback. Because then at that point, I can just have it sitting there. It won't cost me anything until I need it. I click the button, turn it on, and we'll be back in business. You should dance around the broken pole. That would be some live stream. Had RA purchasing a Starlink on my bingo card. Here's the thing. The driver of the truck, it was in a no-win situation. I mean, I can't begin to tell you the road that he was driving on right here, it's wide enough for two cars, like right next to each other. Like if two cars are going the opposite directions, they have to go slowly so they don't hit their wing mirrors, the side mirrors against each other. There was no good way for him to then come out on almost just as narrow, busy road and take a right turn, and make that turn. It's almost impossible. Plus, it's a farmer. I have a special soft spot in my heart for farmers. They do all the hard work that puts the food on our tables, and you know, I know the profit margins on farming are not ridiculous. I mean, these farmers are not laughing all the way to the bank. And if something happens here, yeah, I know there's insurance and things like that, but it can ruin their revenue for a year if they have to, you know. Anyway, I don't want to get somebody just because I can. Does that make sense? Yeah, farmers are pretty much doing it just because they love the land. If they don't love the land, they don't farm because there's no money in it. Let's see, DNB, thank you very much. You said verdict music's coming, and then it froze. I'm so sorry. We'll try to do that tomorrow, as long as the internet comes back up. Shirt happens. I need one of those. I need a shirt that says shirt happens. Yeah. All right, you guys. Thank you very much for your patience and understanding. We'll hopefully be back in business tomorrow. Probably with some court document read-throughs, maybe a little rewatch of the verdict and some impact statements, maybe some verdict music. That would be nice. And we'll just pick up from there. Tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love, smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better, and please stay safe till we go live again. Hopefully tomorrow morning, 8 to 10-ish. I don't know when. Hopefully that's going to be the deal. But I'll keep you updated. You do not want to do those impact statements on stream, are bad. Okay, we might skip those. Stream froze for you. I'm sorry. All right, we're back. We'll see you guys later. Have a good one.